We just don't also want to jump into a relationship just because we're lonely. Sometimes you need to be.
I don't say to jump, but the thing is to learn to choose wisely. And the problem is women don't know. So this is what I do with my show. I try to teach women how to choose wisely because y'all don't know how to choose, and y'all get dickmatized or you'll get finessed out your box.
We don't know how to choose.
Yeah. Women don't know how to choose.
Okay, wait. Can we? I feel like this is kind of like. Let's also acknowledge the fact that the dating pool for men now
suck too.
It's poor, piss poor.
Y'all want to go feed
my friend.
Y'all should hear how much I talk shit on men too. I think men are just no. Trust me. I think the men are just shit too. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. You have to learn to pick wisely. Like it's shit on both sides. I think barely 10% of people are actually decent today. Most people are fucked up, especially 25 and under. No offense.
Then why don't we get in a relationship? We're all fucked up then.
Because y'all can, but it's a matter of taking accountability and choosing wisely. It's about choosing wisely. And here's the thing: I try to teach y'all to go to networking events, go to charity events, work under the type of man that you would want to be with. So if you want to be with a lawyer, find out a way to become something under a lawyer. If you want to be with a doctor, do something that's under a doctor, a nurse program. Do whatever is in that type of field.
Stop going to the club.
Yeah. And if you want to, but go to charity events, go to networking events, and trust me, you find very good people that are on their grind and they're not bullshitting. But the problem is you go to the club or the thing is if you're at the grocery store and a guy comes up and he talks to you, cold approach, that guy, if he has the balls to do that, he probably has done it many, many times. So y'all end up with the players because the guys that are outside that are actually trying, they're all players. Like most of the girls are all fucking the same guys. Tinder studies show that all the girls swipe right on 5% of men. So those 5% of guys are the ones fucking all the girls, and there's a bunch of dudes that just get no response at all.
Baby, good thing I'm not on Tinder.
Yeah. I like to say no dating apps. Yes, organic only.
Organic only because I feel like it's so much out here. Like you don't know what you're getting. Even if you meet somebody in person, you don't know what you're getting because people are so stuck on like giving this false narrative of who they are, like, and lying for no reason. Like, why are we lying? We are grown. Like, if you want something, say that. But why are you out here like trying to paint a perfect picture and you're not? We're just all like messed up people just trying to make it through life. That's it. So it's like just be like that. Just be real. So
okay, you call it social media era,
right? It's like you're trying to paint a perfect picture.
Like you're catfishing.
Social media.
Yeah, no. So one of the girls brought up something funny the other day. She was like, these guys, she said, because we were talking about like Louis V and Gucci and stuff like that, and she was like, it's catfishing. And I was like, wow, it is. Like, that's a guy's version of catfishing is wearing, because y'all gotta understand, I always like to teach that there's a pyramid of priority for men and there's a pyramid of priority for women for trying to get into a relationship or to just get in the door. For guys, our pyramid of priority at the very top is provisioning. We have to prove that we're a provider. That's what gets us in the door with a pretty girl. Like, say I want a girl to actually go out on a date with me. She needs to see that I'm a provider in some way, shape, or form. Maybe see that I have a nice car. Maybe she saw on Instagram that I have a nice house. Maybe she saw maybe she saw my gold chain. Maybe she sees what I wear every time. Maybe she heard from her friend something about me, so she knows that I'm not a bum.
I need to see your pay stub.
Yes, yeah.
Let me see your pay stub.
I've seen a lot of men.
So hold on, one second. So like, since that's the thing that gets them in, a lot of guys today who are broke or whatever it is, they know that thing gets them in the door with women. So what do? They buy Gucci, they buy Louis, they buy all the shit, and they peacock. They peacock all these things because that's how they're going to get attention and that's how they're going to get these girls come in. But that means
they're going after the wrong women.
It works though. Yeah,
it does work.
Yeah, it works.
If your intention is to sleep with the woman, then you're going to get it.
Yes, and there's just and that's the problem also, like girls want to make guys wait sometimes, but it sucks because as long as there's a giant field of hoes out here that are sleeping on the first date, you can sit there and make guys, you can make guys wait 30, 60 days as much as you want, but the real guys that are like players, like they're not, or like the guys who maybe are really valuable, like perfect example, like with me and my girlfriend, like we like slept together like on the first time and stuff, but most people would say not to do that, but I only believe that that's how you get burning genuine desire. Like, you know when you really like somebody if you're willing to give it up to him on the first night, because that means he did something right. You're vibing really hard.
True.
There's something going really good there.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's the truth. It's the truth.
I mean, that is true, because if you make somebody
wait, like think about it, if you slept with 5 guys and they were all, say, really attractive dudes, you know, and you let them all hit on the first night because they were so cool, and you're like, maybe this guy will want me back if I do this, you know, but then you're like, fuck that, all those guys screwed me over, that sucks. Any guy after this, I'm making wait 60 days. do you think it's fair to those guys whenever you gave yourself so easily to those past 5 guys, on the first
It's
night?
fair for me because I learned my self-worth and learned I don't have to sleep with
Well,
somebody on the
that-
first night in
yeah.
order for them to
That's
commit
fine,
to me
but
later
he's
on.
also entitled to, walk away and say, then she's not going to care
Well,
about
if
me
he
nearly as
walks
much
away,
as people.
baby, let me open the door for you and tell you where the exit is.
Hey,
Okay?
but here's the thing. Y'all got to remember, you don't have the leverage. This is the problem today is a lot of women think you have the leverage. You don't. That's why y'all need to listen to men more than ever right now because you're not the one who puts a ring on your finger. Like that's the problem is like women like to walk around like, oh, I get all these DMs, I got all these people. Yeah, I'm the prize. But in reality, the ring is the prize. And if you're not acting right or being the woman for it, you're not ever going to get the ring.
So are you saying that we have to sleep with somebody and come more available?
No, this is something that we like to debate. It's really hard to decide how long you're supposed to make guys wait.
What
If you've
makes you
always
happy?
made guys wait 30 days, then you can obviously keep making guys wait 30 days because if any guy ever asks, why aren't you sleeping? And you can be like, I've never let a guy hit within 2 weeks or whatever, like you could be like, I've never done that and I never fucking will, and but if a guy's hit on the first night, then it's obviously just not fair to him at all. Like it's not fair at all. And
how would you know
obviously
the
you don't
truth
care about
unless
that
you were
person.
there?
You really don't. Like you really don't care about them when you make them wait. Like period. Like you waste each other's time. Like this is one of the big problems today is everybody wastes each other's time. I like to also teach women that on the first date you should ask a guy's income. You should ask his credit score. You should,
I'm asking all
like,
that.
yeah.
Get married.
Have you
Hey,
been
this
to
is-
jail?
Get married if you want
Hey,
to have kids.
These girls must be watching my
What is
show,
your
yo.
blood type? I want to know
Yeah.
that as well because
But-
that's important.
And if
Your
you
blood
got
type.
kids, how many do you have? Have you been to jail? How
I
old
don't
are
think-
you?
Yeah.
know all that.
When was the last time you went to jail?
I have a whole
Like,
list.
for real.
and,
Chat, these girls have
like-
trauma.
Like
Yeah.
no shit. Like I have a whole list. Like
Yeah.
I will ask if I'm interested. I'm gonna ask you, have you been to jail? How many kids do you have? Because most of the time that I find that I have guys that are older than me, they're in their 30s that try to talk to me. So I'm just like, okay, do you have kids? All right, how many kids do you have? Because then I'm gonna weed out. Do I want to deal with 1 baby mama, 2 baby mamas? That's something else I gotta take into play.
Jesus
So-
Christ.
It's already too many.
Here, Donnie, go ahead. What was your
Too
question?
many.
Yeah, I got a question for you, ladies. So, do you have any male figure in your life that can help vet other guys through the door for you? Because what I just heard you say, you were like, oh, I want to know how many kids you have, have you been to jail, what convictions you have, all this other bullshit that a real man, can actually help vet that through.
A real man?
Yeah. Do you have like a
How
father
many
or like?
examples do you want? Because I mean, my father is my number one example. Because guess what? He's gonna go out, work, provide. I mean,
Do you ever let him help you vet though?
Okay, so I'm not gonna say vet because my dad is very different from these men out here nowadays. He's not, one of those. He's 60 plus, so he's very different. So he came
He
up.
sounds like a great person to help
Oh
vet.
yeah, so it's like one thing I
Yeah.
didn't have to worry about me or my siblings was how food was going to get on the table because he made sure he took care of that. But nowadays men want to go 50-50 or either they just don't want to do their shit, do what they're supposed to do, like take care of your family. So it's just like, you know
no
what?
security.
Right, and we're sitting here having to,
There's the guys
fend
that
for
y'all are
ourselves.
choosing. I'm telling you, like, so how many guys do y'all think are single? Like, how many guys do you think haven't had sex within the last year? 18 to 30. Like, guys from 18 to 30. How many do you think haven't had sex over the last year?
None.
What percentage?
They all out here. They all out here.
Especially if they're 18 to 30, you think all of them?
Most definitely. That's
Okay.
the most time that you.
What do you think?
Well,
What do you think the percentage is?
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some men out there or young boys who like, I'm just like a bookworm and I'm not out here worried
Between
about
18 and
girls.
30.
But
18-year-old still doing
No,
that?
I know somebody that waited to 21 to lose his virginity. So
I don't think he waited. I think he
No.
was forced.
well, that's not nice.
Yeah.
Okay, but like,
Yeah.
what about you? Like, what percentage do you think it is?
Now that I think about it, I do know some guys that were like, socially awkward that waited, that couldn't really get girls. So I would say like, I know
There's
women
some-
are having more sex than guys because we got it like that.
I'll give you the women's number. I think it's like 14% or 15% right now. So what do you
That
think guys
haven't?
are that haven't had sex in the last year? Haven't had sex and or virgins in between 18 and 30.
Ooh.
What do you think guys are?
So if that's 15, then I'll say they're 20, 25.
Guys are double. They're about 30 to 33, somewhere around there. And so that's about one in 3 men. So like y'all got to realize that you might be like, oh, these guys like they're like this, but there's some guys that might be protected or they might be have security, like financial security and stuff, but they don't even get looked at because maybe they're just dorky or they're just weird or they got a belly or maybe they're too short. The biggest thing is like height, stuff like that.
money.
Like let's just ask really
Muscles.
quick, like what's a number that y'all want?
You got to be taller than me.
I like 6 feet because
You
I'm 5
you want 6 feet? What about you?
No, I'll do like 5'10", 5'11".
5'10", 5'11". What about
Yeah.
You
you?
just gotta be taller than me. Like you can't. I say you can't be, but my thing is like I found that you can kind of be dogging the short guys and maybe the ones that's financially stable that's got it together. But it's also like
You're
when I
knocking
first
out half of your selection.
yeah,
for
so I'm just
4
like you're
inches.
knocking it down. So I've kind of like came off the
about my
standard because
kids.
then guys could easily turn it around on you and be like, well, you have this, and this wrong with you, so I don't like this. So it's like you can't change being short. Like you can't grow.
Yeah, that's one of those that they can't do
So
anything
it's
about.
like, but females like some things that guys kind of point out we can change, just like, but you can't change being short. So it's like I'm gonna give you a chance, see how the personality is, see how the vibe is. But personally, it's like just off the rip, it's like I want somebody that's at least like
I've
like
dated
5'5".
somebody my height, so
Okay, well, 5'9" is average, so that's the only problem. Is like if you start trying to look at crazy, like say you're average, but you're looking for above average. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's whenever you
The
start
math is
getting it.
math.
Yeah, the math
I
isn't
just don't want
massive.
no little kids, you guys. I'm like 5 feet. I can't have any little kid. I might have like
Not the little
kids.
people.
So like you think because you're 5 feet, you need the 6 foot guy. So when y'all have
Balance
kids,
it
They
out.
can
yeah.
balance it out or something like something.
Oh yeah, because if you have a son, he's gonna hate his life. Huh?
maybe.
Why would my mom do
Yeah.
that?
I know some short guys is like, man, I wish I was tall because
You're
the
thinking
girls
really
always
ahead
pick
there.
them.
I've never
Like,
thought
I'm
about
just like,
that.
I think of like animals. Like if you think about it in the animal kingdom, women are very, very like the women are picky. They pick the male. They have the males fight
Not all
on
the
them.
time, it
Well,
just
I
depends.
thought about your peacock
Yeah.
analogy. That one, they show off the flashier feathers. Whoever has the flashier feathers, that's who they go with.
Yeah.
Because he's the one we're gonna have good
You're
looking
gonna have
babies.
the prettiest babies. Yeah.
So